Folks, this is so ridiculous, especially when I work here and I know the true story and then to just read their lies. Alex Jones on leaked video. I wish I never met Trump. So they say it's a leaked video, even though it's a shot in a documentary. And then they claim
it's in a film.
And then
it's in a film we sell.
And then they claim that you paid the documentary filmmaker, Kaylin Robinson, who came here. So they're saying that it's a leaked footage from a documentary filmmaker that you paid on his film, even though that's not even accurate. We didn't pay him to make that. He did that on his own.
Well, no, let me explain. Turns out those guys work for Hope Not Hate, the Southern Poverty Law Center, ADL, you know, that whole group. And they came to me and they said, we're making this documentary with Paul Watts and all these people. They were here one day. They did the interview and they said, what's your feelings on Trump? And I said, well, it's devil's advocate. It's in the film. I said, part of me hates him. It destroyed my life. You know, it's terrible. I wish I never would have met him, but I'm still glad I did it because overall, even though it's been painful, I always do that. You know, they always get me on that. So that's in a DVD we sell. So technically, it's true that I bought, I think it was like 20,000 DVDs.
It's like leaking your own tape. Like, it's leaked. What do you mean? I published it.
They always do that. It's like, remember the day of the riot in D.C. and they go, we found secret footage of Jones admitting he helped set the rally up. We've got him. We've got him. And so that's what these leftist tricks are. It's like I've got 4 children. 1 with my new wife, 3 with my last wife. My son's 18, grown up, moved out. My 16-year-old daughter's still with me. My 13-year-old daughter has been with me for like 7 years. She wants to stay some with her mom. And I'm like, absolutely. So Shane Steiner's our friend. He was going to take me and my dad to eat barbecue out in the hill country. It's a great place called Salt Lake. It takes like 40 minutes to get there by car, but by helicopter, 5 minutes. He lands at the office, takes us. And I told my daughter, she calls, what are you doing, Daddy? I'm in the helicopter. Oh, fly over and see me. I have all the text messages. I fly over one time, wave, and I see my ex-wife all mad with the camera out there. So I go, let's get out of here. We didn't even circle once. We just flew by and I see her waiting. That becomes, I buzzed the house and attacked, and they quote me, you know, Jones was on Howard Stern in December and said all these horrible things. I was on Howard Stern 8 years ago. In March of 2013, 8 years ago. So it's a puppet on the show.
They've just gone completely crazy.
Puppets. Here's the deal. This is how desperate they are. They're quoting popsicle puppets. They're doing all this. But this shows how desperate they are, because if you watch the tape that the SPLC put out, it's me in a chair with lights on.
It's a documentary film.
And they say, what are your feelings on Trump? And I said, part of it, you've heard me say this on my show 50 times. Part of it's been horrible. I've always said, I've not been propped up supporting Trump. I've been persecuted. It's been hell. I have a love-hate relationship with President Trump. But again, that's in a DVD they made that I bought, I think, 20,000 of.
That's like Alex Jones.
I'm like literally selling a DVD saying it, and they go, Jones, we caught Jones wearing a blue shirt. I put a blue shirt on this morning. So I'm saying this is what the left does, man. It is next level, and it shows how desperate they are.
No, it's crazy. It's like if you went out in the InfoWars truck on the PA and like we're making a public announcement, and they were like, look, Alex has a secret announcement. He's not telling anyone. And you're like projecting it.
We caught Owen Schroyer wearing an American flag. I caught you.
But see, but here's the thing. People are smarter than the average folks at the Southern Poverty Law Center. So they'll understand the dichotomy. It's like, look, and I was actually going to bring this up before you came in studio. It's the same thing with why your video from 10 years ago is going viral. It's the same dichotomy. It's like, look, Trump in 2019 was doing great things. He was trying to be the president, but it wasn't fighting against what we were warning about 10 years ago. And it's like, that's the frustration. Now everybody's looking at Trump thinking, okay, we can solve some of this stuff, but they're forgetting, like, wait, this is much bigger than Trump. It's deeper than just these politics.
We can't fix this individual. We have to pray to God, take action, and together we're going to do it. And so, yeah, though, this is simple wedge stuff. They think Trump's so dumb that if they put this out, Trump may dislike me as if I get something from Trump. They still think in lawsuits. Yeah. Give us the secret communications you and Trump. I don't ever talk to Trump hardly. It doesn't matter. And so they don't even get like it's an ideology. And so, and then they're like, well, because the Southern Poverty Law Center was sending me text messages days ago. They go, we've got secret video of you saying you hate Trump. And I go, you mean that documentary I sell? So I even responded to them, and I said, that's devil's advocate. So I've got to get the DVD. It didn't sell very well. I think we had like 10,000.
It'll probably sell well now.
Well, yeah, this is the secret film.
Yeah,
we'll get it. Fact, we'll show the full quote where I go, well, devil's advocate. Then I say, but I love Trump.
Actually, Alex,
I say I'd die for Trump.
They missed it. This is actually a big conspiracy for you to sell DVDs. Your secret message. Buy it on a DVD. They're claiming it's your secret message.
Well, no, I mean, technically what's true is they said, hey, we'll make a film, we'll print the DVDs, just pay us, I forget what the deal is, a couple bucks a DVD or whatever. So I said, okay, sure. I got the DVD. It didn't sell well. I think it's called You Can't Say That or something like that.
You Can't Watch This?
You Can't Watch This.
Was that the one it was?
Like, and I just remember like watching it and going, okay, yeah.
Well, there were a couple
like,
people.
Is it all right with you if we put in there your mouth? I go, yeah, that's why I said it on camera. And they put it out on YouTube too, like Jones attacks Trump.
Yeah, they like think that there's some sort of weird, like we're thinking like it's like we're just open. It's like this is transparent.
It's like saying this has been, yeah, there it is. You can't watch this. It's 67%. Like nothing on our site has that low. And I'm not putting it down. I wish I would have done the project only because, you know, those guys were sad little weasels. One of the other comments was like, you pay Paul Watson this much. And he hadn't been paid in years. But they're now using that to try to deplatform Paul because 3 years ago he was still getting paid by me. Like, oh, Jones paid him once. He can't have an internet site. And then they also said a bunch of other weird stuff. They're like, oh, also you hate your listeners and you told us secretly. Oh, yeah, I hate my listeners. They're horrible people. What the? I mean, it's all just to divide us, make us hate each other. It's not working.
That's what it is. And it's isolate those they want to destroy. So isolate Donald Trump.
Well, I mean, the Southern Poverty Law Center is attacking us, folks. What does that tell you? I mean, obviously, our listeners are our life raft. I love our listeners. And everybody's heard me say, I've been through hell with Trump. The flesh in me hates Trump, but the spirit loves him.
Yeah, look at how we're being attacked for showing up on the 6th to defend him being reelected.
I said what's in the film I sell. So they'll bring it from the warehouse tomorrow. You come on my show.
I might have it right here. I used to have it right there. Here it is. Look at this. I got it. I got the secret message. I got the leaked tape.
Wait a minute.
It's the leaked tape. I told you.
So, I mean, I didn't involve Alex Jones. Could have. Chose not to.
Don't do that.
I'm kidding.
That's nuclear. That's a nuclear
joking.
option.
That's a nuclear option.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Because he'll find some reason.
He'll
why
say
it's
the
connected
Airbnb didn't
to-
exist.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out.
He'll find some
say
reason why
that-
it's connected to the globalists, or
Yeah.
Satanists, or
Yeah, something.
That's nuclear. That's a
I'm
nuclear
joking.
option.
That's a nuclear option. Nuclear. Nuclear.
Don't do that.
Nuclear.
You wicked, wicked devil!
Just leave it alone because I don't know what you're doing. So, I mean, I didn't involve Alex Jones. Could have. Chose not to.
Don't do that.
I'm kidding.
That's nuclear. That's a
I'm
nuclear
joking.
option.
That's a nuclear option.